Video and audio.
It's time to play roles.
Role playing.
And you've got the video for the break.
Yeah, you're crunchy though for some reason.
Oh, I might have my gain turned up real hot. Do you want me to turn it down here?
No, it's not that. It's not audio sound. It's like your I don't know, like it's taxing your resources or something, like one of those sounds. But now it's gone. Now you're okay. Maybe you were just changing.
Okay. I just turned your stream on just to see what you're doing. I'm shutting that off.
All right, no worries.
Hopefully not an issue.
No worries. Okay, here we go. It starts in. Is this all the right level? Yeah. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons, episode 19, session 19. It's like an episode, I guess. We're thrilled to be back. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to dive right in today. I'm not doing an email because I didn't prepare one. So take that, whoever sent emails. But I do have a nice little surprise or treat for people in the middle of the show. Bo put together a cool montage, video montage of various bits of fan art that we've received. And so this is a thing today where you don't want to leave during the break. You're going to want to hang around and check out that video. For people at home, don't know what to tell you. Actually, maybe I can play it and capture it. We'll see. Anyway, welcome back. It's great to be here. We should probably just turn it over to Bo and get started here. We're all ready, Bo. Tell us where we've been and where we're going.
Previously on There Will Be Dungeons!
Oh.
I can feel John's eyebrows raising. The Hillguard left Slave Town in a station wagon, smoke and fire at their backs, but with a rising sandstorm between them and their destination, the Black Mine. All but Hope were exhausted from their adventures that day, and she was soon the only one left awake. As the storm picked up, she elected to let the group rest and park the station wagon in the open desert, hoping to wait out the storm. Unfortunately, the storm did not abate quickly, and soon they were buried under a few feet of sand. Pharrell scouted the surrounding area and discovered the carcass of a Dark-Tak Esgos. There was an opening in this carcass, and it provided a natural shelter from the storm. During their stay, several cloaked beings attempted to sneak and attack our heroes, but Hope scared them off with the gifts from her infernal legacy, manifesting a minor wonder of thaumaturgy to scare the potential assailants into retreat. Once the storm abated, the Hillguard finished their trek to the Black Mine on foot and met its chief, Scrolly Oilbeard, one of Trenchard Oilbeard's 12 sons, and his human dog, Tickles. They learned the Black Mine had been under siege from a slave uprising below, and that only 12 dwarves remained to guard versus potential hundreds. Scrolly informed the party that all access to the floors below were caved in or otherwise blocked, and his strategy was to starve out the slaves until the Toyota host arrived to help retake the mine in one fell swoop. But as the threats of a wandering Cyclops, Tylander Sullivan, and the oncoming sandstorm were on approach, the host was currently indisposed, and the Oilbeards would have to rely on the champions of the Rusty Cage to use their strength and resourcefulness to help break the siege. Allowing our heroes access to the 999th level of the Black Mine, where the Principal's Magistrate, Athenelia, suspected Tylander of hiding. As the main fright elevator was deactivated, our heroes used Stanley's Featherfall magic to jump down 20 levels and take the diplomatic approach to break the siege and save lives. However, when they reached the bottom, they found no life but a corpse living after death and killed it immediately. Stanley used his megaphone to call to the dwarves above and request the elevator be brought up, but it literally woke the dead, and the shaft echoed with the uncountable hisses and curdled cries of hundreds of living dead.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Does that bring us current? It does, doesn't it?
The music.
All right.
We need a code word.
No, that's fine.
We need a code word for I'm done.
Well, I didn't know you were going to do
Dark Takas Ghosts.
I like your whatever you were doing there at the end with the sound effects and the whatnot. All right, that's awesome.
So,
we're excited.
the four of you,
yes.
we're on the elevator. The elevator is about, well, we know exactly 30 feet across and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet wide. Looks like it's used to enable vehicles to drive in and lower and load up and come be brought back up with its payload to the surface. And right now, the four of you are standing on it in the darkness. There was no torches lit, but most of you are able to see somewhat as your eyes have adjusted to the dark. There was a loud thud behind you, and as you turn to look in that direction, you see a corpse from a few floors above has walked out into the open space above and fallen down, and there's a sort of zombie with like broken arms trying to lift itself up, and then you hear and you turn around and you see that there's another one that's just walked on as well, and here they are on the map.
Oh, can we see this? I'm gonna look. Hold on a second.
Yes.
So check this
For
out.
our audio listeners, we're using some virtual tabletop software, Roll20, to visualize where things are, but you should be able to follow along pretty easily.
Yeah, we'll jump back and forth to this as it makes sense, but we're starting to start integration of this for those who are watching, so that we can get a little more visual with positioning and fights and stuff like that. So watch for that.
Their cries echo out. You hear them distinctly, but all throughout the cavernous halls, as you look up, you see there are various exits on the different floors from different directions. These sort of like these, dug holes. They're not ceremonious walls. They look like, if you imagine like an insectoid race living in some place, having these sort of holes where their rooms would be. It kind of looks like that, except they're caves branching off.
Okay.
And you hear these cries echoing, and the shaft fills with all kinds of moans, and it's like a concert of cacophony or cacophony or of cacophonious noise. Anyways, roll for initiative.
Oh. Okay, do we use this thing to do it? Or no?
You can use whatever you want, whatever dice you have.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if we had to use.
I'm still noting it on my end. I'm not.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Oh, also for those
Stanley
listening just the
is 10.
podcast, John Stanley is on an old-timey 1940s radio today. That's how we have him.
He called in on his megaphone.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, it is very megaphony. That's a good point. All right, hold on. Sorry. Rolling for initiative. 17.
17. Who rolled the 2?
2 for me.
Okay. Do you have a modifier for that?
I did 3.
Sorry, and it was 17 for you, Scott?
Yeah, 17. I really don't want to be in front.
13 for me.
13. Okay. All right, perfect. There actually is a turn order feature in here, so I can... let's see, it'll be Nash, 17. Pharrell with a 3. Stanley with the 10, and Hope with the 13. Okay, so... So Nash, there, as you can see on the map here, there's a zombie to your right on the edge and a zombie to the left, and they both the one zombie on your left is lying prone and it's trying to push itself up currently. The other one has just walked on and it's sort of wobbling about very slowly, and it's very skinny. It's only wearing a loincloth. This was clearly a miner in a past life, but its head has this giant sweltering red sort of glowing tumor on it. And he's like,
And as I'm facing them, like from our angle here, they're to my... I mean, they're both to my right on this thing, but if I'm facing forward, one's to my left, one's to my right. And,
That's right.
And Varel's between me and the one on the right. All right, I'm just getting my bearings here. And that one over there is right next to Hope.
right next to Hope.
Well, I don't
yes.
like that.
Those squares are 5 by 5 foot squares. So if you want to measure out, there's actually a measuring tool. It looks like a comb for your beard, and you can just measure out. So it's
Oh, right.
the one on your left would be 25 feet, and the one on your right would be 25 feet away as well.
All right, I would I'm in. Do I have a line of sight problem right now? Because she's in the way there, and same with Varel.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'd have to move. You can move up to 30 feet in your turn, and you can break it up. You can move, attack, and then move. But you have up to 30 feet of movement, which is basically 6 squares.
All right. Given her proximity, I don't like the danger she's in. So Nash is going to move up 5 squares, 25 feet, and face that creature and fire a fireball at it.
So are you able to move your token?
I don't know, but let's try.
Go to the arrow, the select move
Yeah,
top,
got that.
and then you should be able to drag your token.
Doesn't let me grab him. Does anyone else able to grab their own?
No, they have to be tied to our account.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll move them for you. All right.
Okay, for now. So there he is.
For now. Yeah.
And now watch this, you guys at home. This is going to be great. Watch this.
As you run across, before you do that,
Yeah.
the elevator jerks into motion, and everyone sort of just shakes a little bit, and it starts to move up. It moves up at a fairly rapid pace.
Okay, so we've got some kind of timed event happening. Great. I'm going to... well, apparently I'm going to draw a orange phallus, and then I'm going to say, that's my move. That's my thing. I'm going to fire a fireball bow. Not ball. Yeah, no, fire bolt, excuse me, not a ball.
Yes.
And I hope to connect it. So let's do it. Are you ready? I got to roll for that.
It's a spell ranged attack, right?
Yeah. Oh, a 4. That's good.
Okay, so you lift your fingers and you go to launch the bolt out, and it whizzes by the zombie who's barely moving
All right, great.
as it's getting up. Oh, you get advantage on the roll. It's currently prone. So roll another
let
dice.
me roll another die.
It's prone. I
Oh,
believe that's
15 this
correct.
time.
Okay, and that is a hit.
Sweet. I like it. Let's see. How does he... Let's see. I don't do damage dice with this, do I? Or do I?
You can. We're gonna let this one slide, but it's actually slightly incorrect. It's only melee range that gets advantage on prone characters. But
Oh,
we'll still
you'll let
we'll
this
allow it
one
to
go?
stand.
Okay.
But just for future ones, yeah. Sorry,
Alright.
I just read the prone attack rules. And...
All right. I have too many tabs to keep track of here. Hold on a second. So that is a 1d10. Okay. 3.
All right, you do 3 damage to the zombie.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
There, I hit him. He's been hit. And that's all I'll do.
All right. Next up is Hope.
All right, I'll pull out my machete and I'll go to attack. And since it's prone, I get advantage, correct?
You do, yes.
Okay,
And you're
perfect.
within melee range.
So I roll to smack it with my machete, just plunge it into the head as deep as I can, with a 17.
All right, it hits.
Sweet, and it does 5 damage.
Okay, so you sink your machete into it. It sinks into the shoulder side, and it's as if the bone was like liquid. It doesn't connect to anything. Usually, when you hit with a knife, you expect resistance. It just sinks right in like butter, and the zombie just doesn't move at all. Goes. Doesn't appear to be affected. It doesn't react like living beings do when they take injury. Just continues to rise. Stanley, you can go.
All right. Now the one down at the bottom, he's standing up already. He's not prone or anything.
The one near Hope and Nash is prone currently.
Okay, he's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am going to throw my rapier into the air as a bonus action and say parlay and send it to attack the bottom zombie.
Okay, perfect. Make an attack roll. This one is not prone. It's standard roll.
Don't think that's gonna hit, but that's it.
Did we lose John?
It was an 8.
Oh, we missed that. Yeah.
Hit.
8. Did you hear that?
Okay,
Bill?
it was an 8. That's a hit. Here, I put your sword on the map now.
Oh, nice. Look at that. That looks great.
Oh, yeah, look at
That's 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, to that one. Perfect. All right, the rapier sinks in. It flies right through the zombie and comes out the other side. The sword's got a bit of a mind of its own in a weird way. Just rapier just laces in like it's stitching up clothing. The trail of blood sort of flies out from where it exits, and it comes out the other side and back in a ready position.
And then, with my normal action, I'm going to turn to the zombie over by Hope, and I am going to use Vicious Mockery upon it.
Which action is this, sorry?
This is a regular attack action.
Oh.
The rapier's a bonus action. This is my
you already used a bonus action to summon it. You can only use one bonus action per turn. You don't have unlimited bonus actions?
This is my action.
Your action was to attack with it, then.
The thing says it attacks as a bonus action.
But you also summoned as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to count that as an action. You have a limit of one bonus action per round. Now, if you have 3 different bonus actions you can take, you have to pick from the available bonus actions and pick the one you want.
I did not know it was a bonus action. So
Can we
that's the
transform
only place I was confused.
Oh, was the sword? Was the sword and doesn't count? Does it get its own action? Like, can you clarify that for me?
The text is you can use a bonus action to toss this magic sword into the air and speak the command word. When you do, the sword begins to hover, flies up to 30 feet, and attacks one creature of your choice.
Okay, so it all counts as one bonus action. Okay, I thought it was 2 separate.
I read that as.
Yeah, okay,
I'm okay with it being 2, but I read that as 1.
You're in the right. I just needed the clarification on that. Okay. All right, take your action then.
Hold on, so, Kyle, you were going to ask something.
Right.
What were you asking, Kyle? You had some question.
Can we transform a move action into something else?
No, but you can transform your action into a dash, which gives you 60 double move speed.
Okay, cool.
It works that one way. It doesn't work the other way.
Gotcha.
So if you stay stationary, you don't get 2 actions.
Alright, Vicious Mockery on the top zombie. I'm going to say, what has no thumbs and smells like feet? That guy.
I was hoping it was going to rhyme. Darn it.
Okay, what does that require? And also, if the thing's intelligence is so bad...
Wisdom 14 save on the zombie.
Okay. So it doesn't matter that it's a zombie. Okay, cool. What is it? A wisdom what? 13?
14.
14.
14? Okay. The zombie appears unaffected by your spell.
No.
Oh.
Oh wait, that's minus. It's still unaffected by your spell. I rolled a 19.
Oh, jeez, that's a
Wise
resilient
zombie.
Zombie's just.
he's a very world-traveled zombie.
Got
Wow.
books and maps and everything.
It wasn't a very
Yourself.
good insult, to be fair.
That insult sucked.
Oh, now he's throwing it back. Alright, that's my turn. That's it.
All right, Varel.
Cool. Are there more raining, or is this currently the battlefield?
The shaft is filled with the cry, like these. There's a choir of, but they're unseen to you currently. But you have a sense based on there's no light, but you kind of see motion. If you look up a floor at one of the doors, you see motion. That these aren't the last of. These aren't the only 2 beings present.
Cool. All right. I will yell, "The dead do not feel pain, and I do not feel remorse for their passing." And I run to the one by Stanley's sword and kick it off the lift.
Okay. A kick. Okay, so this is. I think this is a new thing that we're doing. Is a push.
Oh. Yeah. A bull rush? Would I, as a full action?
I know bull rush is a 4E thing. That's a real. I don't think
Yeah.
bull rush exists here. But let me. Let's look it up. Let's do this thing right, guys.
Yeah, hey, we're learning together. I like this.
Combat. Actions in combat. And if anyone wants to race along with me to try and get to the answer, please do so. I think it's a push.
How to Sparta kick in 5th edition.
Yeah. You got to put mashed potatoes in your mouth and then say, "This is Sparta," as loud as you can.
Actions in combat. So we have attack, has spell, dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready, search, use making an attack. Okay, well, we're just going to count this as a strength check contest. So in order to speed the game along, and I'll have to look that up. We don't have time. Because I don't think there's a literal action for it here. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, an improvised grapple is what I'm coming across, but...
Yeah. There's a book. Alright. Strength check. Strength contest.
21.
And zombie stats, please. 21. Okay, the zombie loses the contest, and you push it 5 feet, one over. You kick it like... Where do you kick it exactly? There's a railing behind him about waist high. All along this elevator, there is a, rusted metal railing. So you'd have to kick it up higher than his waist, I think. But
yeah, like this is just a normal, like decrepit, poor slave human. So I figure a nice kick in the chest would kind of cause it to Jackie Chan over the back and
yeah, and it has no quick dexterity, so it's not like it's going to go whoa and grab anything. You give it a firm kick, it leaves a footprint in the chest, and as the foot comes away, there's this giant lizard footprint in the chest, and it sort of breaks its back. You hear a crunch as it breaks its back against the railing, and just sort of like it just like flips over into this broken pile and falls down without a noise. It disappears from sight.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right. The other zombie gets up, and it looks up at you with hunger, hope, and it just immediately after getting up makes an attack against you by reaching out violently. Okay, and it is a 17. So that's going to be a hit against you.
Yep.
Yeah. So it reaches out and tries to grab you, but doesn't cling on at all. It scratches your arms kind of deeply and does 1 point of damage to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep in mind, just in case, because culture stuff, zombies tend to contract diseases from zombies. That's not the deal with zombies in D&D generally. So no one's turning into a zombie because they got cut. Just a little meta knowledge.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah.
The post-apocalyptic radioactive scare is not a part of D&D. You can still get sick in D&D, but not from zombies. So
right.
That's not a thing.
Okay.
Okay. So, what's that?
Gotta watch out for mummy rot.
yeah, mummy rot's
There's
a problem.
plenty of tough things. The zombie thing is not one of them. Okay. So, with that said, it's the start of the new round. And as these actions happen, you move up 2 floors on the elevator, and you sort of see a sign that says 18 as you move up. And also from the top, 2 more zombies fall down prone onto the thingamajiggy. Okay.
I like the way they drop. That's fun.
Yep, that's pretty good.
They just sort of hit, and they're like, and then as they push themselves up. Nash, it's your turn.
Okay. Hang on a second. We've got one now there. I don't know why I'm so compelled to make sure Hope is not dying. I'm feeling this one, guys, so I'm not going to touch the one that's north of Varel. So I am going to fire another fire bolt 20 feet and try to hit him.
Okay. Roll an attack roll, please.
Sure.
What's your ranged modifier?
I don't know if I have one. Oops. That's wrong.
Yeah, you do. Your spell attack modifier.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Where is that? Why isn't that not here?
So on your character sheet...
Which one is it?
If you look at your firebolt, it'll tell you +5 to hit.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Yeah.
14, so 19?
Yep, you release the firebolt, and smacks it square in the head for your damage dice.
Fantastic. Let's do... Wait, that wasn't very loud. And my damage dice... 5.
Okay, you do 5 damage to it. It's the face sort of melts and like splits off as flesh, flings off its face and reveals skull, but it remains undeterred in its actions.
Okay. And can I move if I need to right now?
Mm-hmm.
I want to move. Do you see the spot I'm pointing at?
Yep.
I want to move there.
That's fine. Beware, now that we have the map, opportunity attacks may be a thing. So if you move into melee range of one of these guys and then move out, you will be subject to an opportunity attack. But
right.
where I think you moved, it's not going to be.
Yeah, I should be.
So you wanted to move here, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Done.
Okay.
Oh, and Vorel actually moved to kick that guy off. All right. Anything else?
That's it. I'm gonna.
All right, Hope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sheathe my machete, and I'm gonna raise this shotgun and point blank shoot the one in front of me in the face, the one that scratched me.
Attack roll.
All right, I let it fly with a 23.
Oh.
Okay. Roll your damage dice.
13.
Okay, that's all right, you bring your wait a sec, I gotta look at a thing first before resolving this. All right, you bring your shotgun up to fire it in the face. Five plus the damage taken. So how much damage was it again, sorry?
13.
13 plus 5. Okay, so you bring up the gun to the zombie's head, and a giant pile of flesh and viscera just turns into mist. It sprays on your face and on your shoulders, and it sprays behind you against the elevator, and you see pieces of brain hit the wall and then bounce down. And the zombie corpse just sort of still continues to move a bit, but then drops to the floor, dead.
Nice.
Yay.
Yay! Get rid of that one.
All right. Well, his corpse is still there.
Oh, you can mark him as
All
dead.
right.
Cool. Look at that.
Yep. Next, do you want to do anything else before you finish your turn?
The only thing I would do is then I would kind of like take my hand, wipe some of the blood off my cheek, and then turn and face the zombie that's standing behind me that landed on this more recent pull past the level.
The one
I should
that's
finish sentences.
the one that's
sometimes.
behind me, right?
Okay, so where are you moving?
No, I've just turned around.
Okay, just turned around. Okay, Stanley, it's your turn.
All right. I think I'm going to move. Let's see. I'm going to move right here.
Your
You
sword
can see
or
where
you?
that is.
Him. Oh, that's right. Your sword's flying around.
No, I'm aiming my sword, but Stanley's moving there.
It's
Yep.
not confusing at all.
Because if I go past 30 feet on my sword, it falls to the ground. Just so you know what I'm doing.
Oh.
All right. Okay, you've been moved.
Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to command the sword to attack this guy here.
Make an attack roll.
That's an 8.
Mm-hmm. Roll your damage dice, please.
That is a 5 damage.
Okay. Again, this blade loops in, stabs it, and comes out the other side. A long piece of black-red string cheese. It drags out of blood and it drops to the floor like a wet booger.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, let's try insulting zombies again. I'm going to do vicious mockery on this fella right there.
Insulting
I'm
zombies.
going to look at him and I'm going to say, in life you were a slave and now you are an undead. I guess you just keep doing what you're good at.
All right, and that's a save versus 14, right?
Savage.
Wisdom 15, I believe.
Savage.
All right.
Or 14, you're right, you're right.
Roll your damage dice.
4 damage, and he has disadvantage on any attack.
Okay, perfect. This guy gets disadvantage. Got it. Okay. All right.
And that's
so
my turn.
it has no visible effect, but you feel that somehow it's connected and done damage to him psychically. I'm really the zombie's just like.
Did you start crying?
Yeah, this is zombie tears are being shed.
All right, Varel, it's your turn.
All right, I will run to the zombie 10 feet in front of me as my move action.
Mm-hmm.
I will use my bonus action to enter my rage and roar into the air. At the same time as activating my rage, I will emanate my storm aura, and I lighten on fire, and within 10 feet of me is a fiery aura.
Okay, so it is a you sort of burst, like there's a flame. Is there a flame?
Oh, totally. Like, run up to the guy and then arms, kind of elbows into the side, just scream up at the up towards the top of the shaft, just rah, as the fire bursts off me and spins around me in a kind of stormy, sandy cyclone of flames, and it deals damage if you save. If you don't save.
If a save is DC 13 or something like
13, yes, to your
that? Constitution.
saving throw.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. It does this damage. Was it 2 damage to it?
Cool. Yep, 2 damage,
Yeah.
and then I will use the hand axe I picked up off the dead zombie chest and make an attack. And this will be a reckless attack. It's a 23
All right. That's a hit.
for 4, so 5, so 7 points of raging damage.
Okay. So you sink the axe deep into its head, and it almost severs it clean off, but it doesn't go quite through. It sort of just cleaves down instead of through, and the zombie, with an axe in his head, is like, and it doesn't, react to the damage you're taking. It's like, but its head is split open now, but it's still moving around. By the way, for friendlies within the fire zone, does it have any impact?
Yes, you all have to roll saves if you enter within 10 feet of me.
Okay, so the sword has to roll save.
But it's not automatic, so each turn I roar as a bonus action, and that increases the fire. So running by me, you don't take damage, and only on the start of my turn, if I choose to do my aura burst again, will I hurt people in the area. So.
Okay, so John, can you roll save for your sword?
My sword doesn't have stats.
Roll a DC 13. 13. It can certainly be melted.
Boy, your sword's a weenie sword.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, it suffers 2 points of damage. Still fine. But it gets burned.
So wait, he has to remove points of damage to a stat that doesn't exist, though, right? Like if it doesn't have stats, it doesn't have life points.
I'll adjudicate it. Everything has hit points. You can.
Perhaps
doors
it
have
deals
hit points.
damage because
Doors have hit points. Ropes have hit points. Beds have hit points.
But what if that sword has infinite hit points? Then what?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
If you choose to use all your spells on it to destroy Stanley's sword, it will eventually break.
All right.
What about X-Men? Could we make a toasty sword together? Now it does bonus damage.
Oh, combo it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Toasty sword.
I don't know if I don't think you can magically set it alight.
Here's what I could do.
Put it in the shotgun and we shot it out as.
You could do that, but how about this instead?
What's going on?
Here's what we do. You guys come over to me. You squeeze off a big tumor boil off my back or shoulder.
Yeah.
And that'll goop it up, make it all sticky. Then you catch it on fire. Now you got yourself a flaming sword.
I mean, if I remember, Wolverine
Okay.
literally reflected Cyclops' shot with his blades.
He did.
That was adamantium, so maybe we're dealing
Okay,
with
okay, yeah, you got me there.
with a
Well, it's made
metal
of a
type.
magical. It's made of a magical metal. The circumstances under which it was found, I don't think even Stanley knows what it's made with.
Do you
It
stand?
could actually be. It could be adamantium.
And in that case,
Remember, it was found in a facility deep underground where experiments were taking place.
That's true.
It was found floating.
Weren't we all?
Anyways, you know, I'm not saying it's going to get destroyed, John. Don't be sad. All right, just be careful. Just tell your friend to be careful. If the fires, you know, hurt it.
I don't like anything about this.
Well, it's not my fault. I'm just the world, and the world's giving you information.
That's right.
So
Kinda seems like your fault, but okay.
Law of physics in this world. Oh, I just
All
noticed
right,
you guys drew a fiery aura around him. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
all right, so the zombies. That zombie turns around with the axe in his head, looks at you, and goes for an attack. Kyle, it looks to sort of clutch you with its fingers, and it doesn't. You know, you nimbly dodge out of the way as it's like, and then the one near you, Hope, is dead. So the other one, who over facing Nash, basically, he uses half of his movement and he stands up and he's like, and makes a beeline for you,
For me.
Nash. Now he has disadvantage on his attack roll because of what John did to him, but he makes an attack.
Okay.
13 plus 3, 16 hit you? It does, right?
I think so. Yes, it does.
Oop, that roll didn't work. You take 3 points of damage as it reaches out and sinks its hands into you, and its nails have grown out like unnaturally, and just, uses you like a pincushion. And it's got you on the arms, and it's like, ah! Nash, your turn.
I don't like him at all.
Oh wait! Before this round starts, so the elevator continues moving up. You notice a sign on the right, some crudely drawn paintbrush strokes, 16, and a bunch more zombies fall, like sort of reach doorways up above you and fall down and hit the ground. Boof, 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 boof. And there are now four more zombies join the fray. They've all fallen and they don't land on their feet or anything, so they're all prone right now. They land. Okay, Nash, now you can go.
Good lord. Okay. Oh man. I hope I left you in a worse position than you were before.
no, Nash, believe in yourself. I'm a fighter.
I go, what the hell's wrong with this elevator? Are they getting on stops? Like, I don't get it. Anyway, hey, there's one behind me, and he's still on me, right? He's hanging on me?
Yeah, he's hanging on you.
All right.
He doesn't have you grappled, though. You can easily disengage from this.
Okay. I want
Like, there'll be an opportunity attack if you move out of melee range, but, like...
I want to whip around, and I want to take my staff with its big, ample nail in the middle of it, and I want to try to slam that into the side of his head. So
Okay.
it's just a physical attack
Like a
with that
melee
thing.
attack, a two-handed attack, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Okay, so that is... Help me understand this. It's a 1d6 damage, but it says there's also in parentheses 1d8 next to it. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so 1d6 is a one-handed strike, and 1d8 is a two-handed strike.
Oh, okay.
It's a versatile weapon, so you can choose. That's
Okay.
why I
All right.
clarified ahead.
Now I understand. All right, so is this? It's not a guaranteed hit, though, is it? I got to do hit.
We gotta do an attack roll.
Yeah. Attack roll 16.
All right, it's a hit.
Okay, and my damage will be
1d8 plus your strength modifier, although I think that's 0 for you.
right. That would be 7.
Okay, you bring your staff down with two hands, the nail, you connect right in its head, it pops one of its eyes out as the nail comes out, just the eye hits you right in the forehead, boink, and just
Oh, jeez.
falls down onto the ground. And yeah, I mean, it looks bloody, it looks messy. The zombie looks undeterred.
All right.
It says in response.
And I can do a final movement, right?
You can't move. Beware of opportunity attacks.
Right. It's getting harder in here to avoid those. I mean, since he's next to me, he can do an opportunity attack if I try to move.
If you move it outside of melee range from him, you will grant him an attack right away against you.
All right, I'm not going to move then. I stay here, and I have the look of desperation on what little of my face you can see in my hood, and this is not something Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines is happy about.
Yes. All right, Hope, it's your turn. Remember, those of you that have inspiration, you don't forget about it in case you need it.
You took mine away, so I don't currently have it.
Yeah, you're good. Yours taken away.
Yeah.
That's so would I declare inspiration before I roll, or can I have a bad roll and go, you know what? Inspiration for this one.
Yeah, you can use it as you like in that way.
Oh, cool. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to aim for the big boy in the corner, 10 feet north of me.
Okay.
With the shotgun. I'm going to load it up, and I'm going to shoot. 16.
It's a hit. Roll your damage dice.
Alrighty. We're looking at a 12 damage.
All right. You load up a barrel. The bullet flies into its head. It just sinks in, comes out his arse. There's a spray of blood because he's prone, right? So you just shoot it and it traverses his body out the other end. And it just, again, it's got a big hole in its head now, but it looks undeterred and it goes. It's not. It doesn't.
They're determined, I like that.
That's good stuff.
Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna get ready for the next round.
Okay. Just to speed up combat a little bit, so because you guys have rolled as low as an 8 and hit, so just keep that in mind. If you roll anything that's higher than an 8, it will hit.
Oh, okay.
At this point,
that's
so
good
you
to
can
know.
just roll your damage dice right away, just to speed things along.
All right.
Stanley, your turn.
All right. I am going to have my sword, seeing as it apparently can't be near Varel. As a bonus action, fly over and hit this fellow.
Okay.
And it's a hit.
Okay, roll your damage dice.
That is a 9.
All right, so the sword loops in again, causing 9 damage. Okay, and it sort of loops out again, and this little spaghetti string of blood flies out of it as it stabs it through the right side of its neck, out the left side, and itself in front of the thing.
Yeah.
The zombie goes. They're really exciting villains, these zombies. Like, says in response. Any other moves on your part?
Yes. He's still up and going, I take it?
Yes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and do a vicious mockery on him again. That same one.
Right, to give him,
by...
chain your disadvantage. Okay, it fails. Roll your damage dice.
That is 4 damage.
All right, you do 4 damage to it, and it makes this weird face, like it's actually thinking. And it just sort of stops there. It stops making noise, and makes a weird face, and it's just kind of standing there, catatonic. Varel, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move. Wait, I'm gonna move up to here, up 5 feet.
Done.
Cool. All right. I will flex my ore with a bonus action. I will not suffer the dead. And in a 10-foot radius, the fire spreads around me.
Okay. So there's 2 DC. Three saves I think I have to make, right?
Right, because it's 10-foot aura.
Yeah. All right. And this is DC what again? Sorry.
13.
13 Constitution. Okay. Okay, so this one doesn't. The farthest one doesn't take any damage from your wave, but these two, they both suffered 2 points of damage, right?
Yep.
So the flames shoot out from you, and they sear the flesh off of these two, and it begins to smell like cooked human, like zombie. The smell. It doesn't smell delicious. It smells vile and foul, but the skin on them begins to purify, and they're sort of bubbled up now. Like all over their pockmarked, skinny slave faces. Their flesh in the front bubbles up. In the back, they're fine. Continue on.
There's multiple outfits that have landed in the minis. Are they noted as being more powerful or armored?
So you want to do a survey of just looking at, because they all appear like very thin. They're very thin, like they look like malnourished, slave workers in this mine. Haven't seen the sunlight in years. They're very skinny, very bony. But of course, they have a bluish gray tint to their skins now, and their faces are contorted in these painful ways.
But this guy up by Nash, or within 5 feet of Nash, isn't wielding bonus armors or weapons or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
He just made the save against your.
Cool.
Against
Cool.
your thing.
All right.
Yeah, I'm using different models, but it's nonsense.
Sweet. Going with the World of Warcraft, they're a different color, therefore they're 10 levels higher, right?
No, sorry.
Okay, perfect.
I'll think about that next time. But yeah, no.
I will bring down my axe on the one in front of me.
Okay.
That I was wailing on previously.
Mm-hmm.
So reckless attack. A 23.
Okay.
For 11 points of damage.
Okay. All right. You bring your. You have one axe in hand, right? Is it a one-handed or two-handed?
It's a one-handed like hatchet.
Okay. So you bring the axe down violently on it from the top of the head, and your axe, like butter, slices through the whole thing from head to crotch, and the body just like pulling apart piece of toast or something, like a pizza pocket. Like you just took a pizza pocket and pulled it apart. This giant like eruption of black red blood flies up, and the side of each corpse falls down on either side. It writhes a little bit, but it's
what kind of pizza pockets they got up there in Canada.
As you bring the axe down, it hits the metal of the elevator shaft and makes a spark. This bright sort of shoots out, and it's annihilated.
I'm all about it.
Oh, I love pizza pockets. Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you have anything further for your turn?
No, I'll remain where I am.
All right. So the zombie next to you, Varel, immediately, sort of, it's like he loses his footing and rushes and sort of like a drunken sort of walk and makes a wild attack at you. It misses, flies overhead. This zombie here also, since you're making the most noise and light, walks towards you and makes an attack as well. This one connects. You take 3 points of damage as it latches onto you very strong, and sort of grips your scales and pulls one off a little bit, and sort of pulling out your flesh from underneath, and it's actually quite painful. It's bludgeoning damage. I don't know if you have resistances or you're granting any bonuses. Your rage, doesn't that give you the enemy's advantage on you?
I used a reckless attack, so you had advantage, but you hit. I am resistant to bludgeoning, but it's rounded up.
Half damage rounded up.
So I take 2 out of the 3.
You take 2 out of the 3.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Cool. Now, Nash, the one in front of you, who's sunk his hand, but you sort of loosened yourself. It comes at you again. Just this relentless attack as the zombie tries to grab you again. It does. It goes. It makes a nasty face in front of you. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, attracted by the bright light and noise that's happening, walks towards Varel to attempt to attack him as well, and misses. He comes on over. He's like, "What's up over here?" He tries to attack. And this one, since you're the closest fleshling, Hope approaches you let's say right over there, and makes an attack roll, and plus, no, that's going to be a miss as well as it tries to swing and grab you. And the screams of these like fill up the hallway as more zombies descend from below and rain down and drop down where you are. So let's see. One falls here. Oop, that's not what I wanted. The other one falls down. And then behind you, and then right next to Stanley. 4 more zombies hit them. They're all prone, so I'm gonna unmark some of these. The elevator moves up another 2 floors, and the elevator begins to buckle a little bit. There's a lot of, just feel like every time one hits now, this elevator shakes a little bit and buckles as the chains and the pulleys just as loud as the elevator rises. Nash, it is your turn now.
Okay. I mean, Varel is surrounded. Can you give me a DM check on how the ceiling, how high is the, not the ceiling, but like we're dropping, so it's just is it kind of unlimited space above his head?
You're going up.
Oh, we're going up. Okay, so eventually we're gonna.
Stanley called the elevator up, so the dwarves up the top are now bringing you guys up.
Okay.
But you can't see the top of the hole. It's pure pitch blackness, and you don't have dark vision, so your vision is extremely limited. Even here, you can see, thanks to the light that Varel is emanating, there's like a flame circle glowing from him, but it's very dark.
All right. Well, I see this glow, and I know he's there. So I yell. We're gonna put a little RP in here since we haven't much yet. I go, Varel. Varel. Shit, he can't hear me.
I'm screaming in a rage and summoning fires and such.
Well, then I won't get your permission to double size you, so forget it. All right, so then, I turn around, I see that sword floating there from Stanley, and go, I don't like your sword, I don't trust it. And then I look at the, and then I look at the zombie that's been giving me so much grief right next to me. I am going to point blank him right in the face with a firebolt.
Okay.
As exciting as that sounds. Actually, I take that back. Am I in danger? If I acid splash, am I endangering the sword?
What's the targeting on
I thought it was. Hold on a second.
If it's not an area, then you're fine. Acid splash, cantrip, 60-foot range.
Creature range, so within 5 feet of each other.
You choose one creature. You choose the creatures it affects. So.
Okay, so this isn't going to have like a splash on effect.
No, it's not an AoE spell.
All right, I'm going to do that instead then.
Okay.
Into the face, or the body, or the whatever of this dude.
So it's got to succeed on a dexterity throw. Ooh boy, zombies' dexterity is bad. Okay, I fail.
Okay,
it's a dex 13 save.
Give you. What's this, 1d6? Oh, 6.
All right, 6 points of damage on this guy.
Yep.
All right, the acid splash. I've actually got a roll here. 2 plus the DCs plus the damage taken. 5. Okay, so you splash it with acid, and the thing just its head melts just into this like it looks. If you could take a human and make it look like a candle, like almost like Indiana Jones, it just melts in front of your face into a puddle of fleshy, smelly. It smells acrid because of the acid, but also fleshy. Has this like rotten flesh smell.
Okay.
And you turned into a puddle.
Sweet. Take that, you foul piece of shit, I say. And my turn is done.
The zombies all go. All right. Yep. I hope your turn.
All right, I'm going to get my shotgun ready and shoot the one in front of me another time. A second, third time? I don't know. Count the whole.
I don't know. You don't know either. You're just in a rage, like ah!
Yeah.
So and it doesn't matter. You don't know how many times. Roll an attack roll, please.
Feels good. All right, would an 8 be glancing?
8 hits.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's
No
anything
glancing.
8 or it's anything lower than
No
an 8.
glancing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. 12 damage.
12 damage to it. Okay. So you line up the gun again and go to fire it. This time, this is the one with the hole in its head where you shot it through its corpse. But this time, you do it again. The head explodes into a puff of, just into a mist. like taking a melon and just exploding it to a fine mist. But the little piece, hits the walls all around. And of course, you're doused in it as well. And it hit the body, it just drops to the ground immediately as you blow it up.
You're the best.
Awesome.
You're our best
Well,
weapon in the
I'll stand
arsenal.
there and I'll make eyes with the one furthest from me and get
Okay.
ready.
Perfect. Stanley, your turn.
All right, for its 4th attack, my sword is going to.
I like how you just
Fly.
showed up Hope. Because Hope, sorry, Hope was like, I don't know, how many attacks have I done? And Stanley's like, for my
Oh.
4th attack.
I have to keep track of it.
That's true. That's true. Your magic sword is connected to that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just giving you a hard time. I just thought it was really funny juxtaposition.
I have
Oh
to
my.
count,
Fourth
Bo. It's work to have a magic sword. It's gonna fly over and hit this guy.
All right, you send it to it. Roll your attack dice.
That's a hit. That is 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, perfect. So this one, you send the sword straight through the face of this thing, and it makes a big hole where its eyes and nose are, and mouth. There's just this big hole where the head is. Like if you picture a melon with a giant hole in the middle, that's what this thing's head looks like as soon as the sword pops through it. It continues to move, however. You did 12 damage to it?
11.
11. Okay. So I'm just marking the damage on it. Yeah, so there's a big hole now in this zombie's face. It doesn't have a mouth, eyes, or nose. Like that just all sort of got pushed out and fall down the hole behind it. But it's still moving around. It's like, it's just this. Well, it doesn't make a noise, so it's a gurgling you hear from the esophagus that's poking out of the hole in the head.
So I then extend my hand to catch it as the sword returns to me automatically after the 4th,
Okay, so I'm just going to take it off the field then. It comes back to you.
and use it to stab this guy right next to me.
Okay, you get advantage on that attack. Oh, do you catch it as you bring it down? That's awesome.
Yes. I was so stoked about it. I'm glad you are too.
Sweet move.
Alright, that hits for sure.
Mhm.
And that's 8 damage to that.
Okay, perfect. And do you stab it anywhere in particular, or do you want me to decide for you?
You know.
Where do you put the hole?
Stanley aims for the head.
Okay, you put a hole in its head too. You pull it out, and it's stringy red black blood cheese.
Stuff's getting more farty as we go. I like it.
The soft, mellow or soft bodies of zombies are,
Pretty great.
Gaseous.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
All right, Varel.
All right, I will turn to the one that hit me with its little claws there and just roar in its face, activating. Ooh, look what I did, apparently. Whoops.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, that 10-foot radius all around me. Flames.
Flames. All
Fire
right,
poop.
Attacking
is-
4 zombies.
4 zombies. Okay. Lots. Whoa! I rolled 2 20s out of that 4d20. Okay, so you affect 2 of them. The 2, this one here, takes 2, and the other one takes 2. The one directly to your north, and one to the southwest of you. They suffer fire damage from your pulse as the flames jet out again, whoosh, and they light up the room. And when you light up the room, you see all kinds of like zombie shadows on the walls and stuff like that. It just flares out this giant ball of light.
And as I do that, I'll bring both hands together over my head with my hatchet and slam it down on the one that's been attacking me. Reckless
that
attack.
That would be the top left one.
Yeah,
Okay, point at
the
it.
one in the dress.
Okay.
That was attacking me earlier.
Gotcha. I'm all
21 on that attack, and 11 points of damage.
21 on that attack. Yep, 11 points of damage. All right, you sink your axe into it, cutting its head again into 2 pieces, and it's like existing, but like and there's gurgling coming out of the esophagus that you can see that is exposed. However, it continues to move undeterred. It's going to require second strike. You're quite positive. It's thirsty work cutting down zombies. Now the zombies all around you, the ones that are up and about, they all form like this circle around you and try and like close in on you with their attacks. All but one miss, and the one behind you grabs you on the shoulder, sinks its claws into your shoulder, and just digs down as if your flesh was its Play-Doh that it's trying to play with, and does 5 points of damage to you.
Ooh, 3.
Yep. Actually, are you granting advantage to all these around you?
I
Because of
am.
your
Yeah,
rage?
those are reckless attacks.
All right. Sorry, we got a few re-rolls to do here. What's your AC again? Sorry, is it 13?
14.
14. Okay. You dodge the attack. No change.
Cool.
The zombies all around now all start to get up. I have to make sure just to move them 15 feet. Actually, I think I might have moved one more than the 15 feet I should have. But the 4 zombies that have just fallen slowly start to rise up, and the one next to you, Stanley, makes an attack roll against you, and it misses. Reaches out, tries to swing you, doesn't do anything. Again, attracted by the light that you've emanated. That's 10 or 5, 10, 15. This one stands next to you and makes an attack against you, Vorel. It hits as it sort of stumbles its way over to you excitedly, does 4 points of damage to you. Yeah, how much HP do you have, by the way? Just curious.
25.
Okay. And this last one approaches you, Hope. Again, that's 15 feet. It's good. And it misses as it attempts to attack you yet again. All right. Now the elevator begins to pick up an acceleration, and it begins to move floors at quite a rapid pace. And you see the 10th floor, assigned for the 10th floor, fly by. But there's still more zombies falling down from the sky, and actually one zombie makes its way down, and then another zombie just falls by the elevator and continues on down. You see corpse rain down.
That's awesome.
As it flies forward. Nash, your turn.
Okay. It might be my favorite thing we've ever seen, ever.
It just goes.
So, guy next to me's dead, right? That's what the X means. Those are dead, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that's next to Stanley, I feel like Varel needs help, but I really can't see him, so I'm not going to go do anything there. Yeah, the one that's right next to Stanley, I'm going to turn on it, and I am going to put it to sleep.
Okay,
so
zombies sleep.
Well, see, that's the question. I don't know.
Spell sense creep. It's magical slumber. You're good.
Okay, so
solved. magical slumber. Yeah.
all right.
Oh no! Ooh. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that answers
so
that.
let me look at the zombie thing and see what it says. It has damage immunities to poison and condition immunities to poisons, but it's not immune to charm, actually. I mean, zombies are like the weakest of all the undead things you can think of, so...
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm misreading this. It's undead, full stop, and full stop, creatures immune to being charmed, full stop.
Okay.
So, yeah, it will not work on undead. Damn it, we didn't solve it. Oh,
All right. Well, we're gonna get some. We're gonna go.
it's dramatic.
I turn to the zombie. Stanley's there, and I'm thinking to myself, here's what I think in my head. I go, if I expect to have any prestidigitation later, I should do a favor for Stanley. because this is all in my head. I'm not saying it out loud. And so I look at Stanley, I look at the zombie, and I think, I know what to do. And then I yell, "Winter is coming!" And I look at him and I cast Frostbite onto that zombie that's next to Stanley.
Okay.
And the way this works is same with the whole saving throw you have to do. If it's better than 8, I get it. But also, let's see, it does... You cause numbing frost to form on one of the creatures that you can see within range. Target must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of the next turn. So it really just slows him and doesn't freeze him.
It's like Vicious Mockery, but it's 1d6 damage.
Yeah, yeah. It does. It hurts him instead of... It hurts him physically instead of emotionally, like Stanley would.
So, cold shoots out from your fingers. Winter comes out of your hand.
Yeah.
And it sprays onto him, and you do your damage.
Yeah. Hold on a second. That's, oh, that was really quiet. I would like to play that again. There you go. That's my sound. My damage is a 1d6, so let's see how that did. That gave me a 6 again. Yay.
Oh, good. Best you could hope for, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, it appears to, like, it gets these little icicles on its beard and face and its hands, and it's like, in reaction to it. So it has all this frost on its hands and face. It's like,
all right.
These little icicles.
Perfect. I will end my turn there, and I wink at Stanley with my one good eye, like, "Hey, yo, so look what I did for us."
All right.
Stanley makes a face back at Nash like, "What?" and then goes back to what he was doing.
All right. Look, I can't expect all my righteous deeds to be accepted for what they are. It's totally fine. But my turn is over, says Nash Maggard of the Solar Mine.
What are you talking about, Nash? I'm gonna start humming a little song to myself as I load up my shotgun and get ready to shoot this guy in front of me.
Do it.
Nod my head. It's been fun, you know. It's been a good day. These guys are dying pretty easy. It hits. What are we doing? We're doing 14 damage.
All right, 14 damage to it. Again, the bullet hits his chest, shoots a giant hole into it, as like an explosion of blood, like this jet of blood flies out from behind it. And in reaction, it goes.
So a lot like
you guys.
So much for saving the slaves. Yeah. Anything else you need to do on your turn?
Nope. Just getting ready for the next round.
Stanley.
All right. Inspired by Varel, perhaps foolishly, and seeing a frosty zombie man in front of me, I'm going to grab him and try to throw him over the side of the railing.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, so you're gonna grapple the zombie.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and pick him up and throw him, not do the.
Well,
you're
not pick him up, but you know that thing where you momentum grab him and
Yeah,
you know,
it's gotta be a grapple in this case, because unless you move around to push him, like because the way Varel did it, the direction he was in was like a body check. Although you could do the same, so it's up to you. Either way, it's a strength check. So
Okay. Either way, I'm equally bad at it, so we'll just say DM's choice. And roll a...
it's a strength contest, right?
Yeah. I rolled a 14.
All right. You put your hands on him. Where exactly? Oh, you said DM's choice. You put one hand on his neck, the other hand on his, like, under his, between his legs.
That was the last time DM's choice was ever given.
That's what happens. Put one hand on his chest, one hand between his legs, cup him firmly. You feel his undead little pecker in there, and then you just lift him up and throw him over the side. And he goes. In response, he's like,
and he goes, woo!
And as he falls, I just say, "Was it good for you?"
And then prestidigitate your hand. That's what I do. Undead testicle hand.
Let's see. Then I am going to... let's try something a little new here. little different. Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
I'm
'cause I've
still
never
thinking
done it.
about Undead Pecker, and I can't believe I said that.
I
It's
know
pretty
you
good.
are. Well, I know
And you
are.
said it a
That
second
Thank-
time too.
Thanks, John, for giving me that opportunity.
It's all good.
You know, I'm here to help. All right. So, seeing his allies flanked, especially Varel, who has attracted a lot of attention, Stanley focuses in on the powers that he usually summons to be inspiring, but instead of his eyes going the characteristic pink that it usually does, they instead shimmer a soft silver, almost like a cat's eyes reflecting light. And not even knowing the meaning of the words, he says, Alit Orish Ya Taldin. And all of you receive 5 temporary hit points and can now move 5 feet in any direction for free if you so choose. You will not get an opportunity attack.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's immediate. You can do it right now.
Can,
Yeah, this is your chance if you want to do it.
Are there any limits on what Varel can? I mean, does he know this? Does his character? Would his character know that he's got now the ability to get the hell H out and reposition
It's
himself?
magical.
Inspired.
Okay.
Inspired.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't move because I've got so many attached to me, and I like my position.
I don't really need to
But
move anyway.
Hope, for example, could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move down south 1 square, the 5
Yeah.
foot.
No opportunity attack then for that. Okay.
That's slick.
Nice.
Nash.
I'm gonna.
It's only 5 feet, so it's one of the squares around you.
Yeah, I'm just. There's not a huge advantage right now because that guy's dead in front of me. That other
he's
one.
a
Unless
puddle-
you
he's a
wanted
puddle
to
of flesh.
unleash like a thunder wave or something.
Yeah, but
How,
if I.
how far can you move? 5 feet?
Yeah,
5
5.
feet.
Okay.
I mean, I would. I'd love to Thunder Wave, but Varel's in the middle of it.
You took safety magic.
Did
Said
I?
a voice from the past.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
I did that.
You have careful spell. You can use sorcery points to careful spell and make your effects not affect certain people.
Okay, then
you
what I'm
choose.
going to do is move. Oh, sorry. Let me get the thing. You see it? I'm gonna move there.
Okay. On. Did you just?
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Stanley's turn currently, so you can only move 5 feet. So you want to move there for now?
No, I wanted to move here. Sorry. Sorry. There.
Okay. Gotcha.
The reason for that is it puts me in a better cone to maybe catch that guy, but it gets everybody in this shot right here. If I decide to do that on my turn. So yes, I'm now right below Hope.
All right.
Hey, if Hope ever dies in this game, do we say we've lost all hope? Do we do that? Is that what we're supposed to
Yes.
say? Okay.
Yeah, but that's not an appropriate way to mourn. There are real people named Hope, and I'm sure that's not on any Hope's epitaph.
Yeah, that's true. We've lost all hope. If my name was Hope, I'd request it. That's pretty good.
Okay, anything else you want to do in your turn, Stanley? Everyone's inspired and moved. They've got their temporary 5 hit points.
Can I make a quick comment about Stanley? I put a temporary photo in for John today because he's not on video with us today, and it's just this sort of half, like almost Mona Lisa smile thing that we got from like an old episode of Core, and it's just you haven't budged, so it doesn't matter what we say. It looks like you're being totally sarcastic about it. It's awesome. Anyway,
Great.
go ahead.
I like that. I'm going to move here.
Done.
Wait, does that put me within 10 feet? No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move just one up.
Okay.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, Vorel.
All right. I will do my aura burn in the 10 feet around me.
All right, that's 5 zombies in your area. I'm gonna have to roll them in my box so they don't fall all over the place. Okay, save 13, right?
Yep.
Constitution. Okay. You affect 2 of the zombies closest to you.
Excellent.
So this one takes an additional 2 points of damage. I gotta remember to push enter after entering information. And this one takes 2. All right. Whoosh! Flames jet out from you yet again, searing the flesh. Some of them that have taken a couple of searings look like, a steak cooked on one side, just blackened, hard, crusty flesh.
Perfect. The one in front of me that had the axe embedded in its head, I am going to... So I flex my aura, and then I'll let go of the axe and kind of double Kirk fist and slam it down on top of the axe to kind of hammer it deeper.
You're hammering the axe? Okay, roll an attack roll.
A 17.
All right, and damage dice, please. For the axe. We'll count this as an axe attack.
9.
Okay. So you sink it down deep, and it's almost like it's like you shoot it like a projectile, so you just hammer it, boom, and then it falls ding to the ground, a big spark comes out, and again, you pizza pocket this guy, and it just splits into two and just falls into two pieces on the ground.
And I will look over my shoulder at the guy who's still grabbing my shoulder there with his hand. It's all crispy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's crispy. He's crispy. All right, and that's it. You're just gonna stay. That's your item actions for the turn. Okay. Yep. So the elevator begins moving up again. You see it move up to the 6th floor, and the zombies all around you are gonna take an attack, including this one. Makes his way up over there, and this guy here gets up from being prone, and is just attracted to this crazy light that looks delicious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're granting advantage.
That was not a reckless attack, but I am flanked, so maybe that's giving advantage.
There's no flank in 5e.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, it is. So only if you make a reckless attack, you grant the advantage to assailants, right? Okay. All right. Armor class again, please. Just a reminder. It's 13, right? 14. Okay. All right. So the zombies circle around you. This time, it's becoming overwhelming as they all latch onto you and grab you and start to, like, you can feel their weight pulling down as they jump, and 4 of them manage to get their hands into you and start scratching and cutting you up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 4 different zombies. You take 12 points of damage as they circle you and begin to slice into your flesh. And just drag. You're like, as they drag you down and they just circle you. And like, from the outsiders, all you see is this mass of limping bodies start to pull the 7-foot-tall Varel down a peg as he's becoming overwhelmed. Okay, and they already moved the elevator up. And again, you hear the cries of more zombies as they fall down. Boosh, randomly. Boosh, randomly.
Boosh. And
then one goes to fall on top of you, Nash. I need you to roll a dexterity save to move out of the way.
Holy shit! All right. That was really... well, whatever. 16. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait.
You're going to sidestep it. You notice it. Your spidey sense goes off. You hear, like, a sound above you. And you switch. You got to step out of the direction from 5 feet.
I'm going to go... so I can choose which side or which direction?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the... I said if I'm looking down, it's to my little character head's left. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Boom, the zombie falls down there. How many put 3 down so far?
Yeah, 3.
Boosh. Boosh. That's 5, that's 6. Boosh. Falls down next to Stanley. All right, Nash, it's your turn.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Hold on, let me get into there. Okay, there are too many. I yell, and I've had it with this bullshit. So I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
It's except it's only in a 15-foot cube. Hold on.
It's 15-foot cube, so that's 3 squares from your circle. So let me I'll draw it out for you. Okay, what it would be.
Okay, so it's not bad.
Polygon lines. So.
All right, I want to do that, and I want to use Careful Magic. But I don't remember how to do that. And thank you, John, for reminding me, because I forget.
You're welcome. We all want to see it. It's a fan favorite.
Yeah, and what's great is it's Varel's in it, but I can help him.
So
like,
you
help
see
all
my
of you.
square that I drew?
Yeah.
Those are all the creatures that would be affected by. That are within a 15-foot radius of you.
Right. So if I'm 15. So John will get hit, obviously. That's 20. So nothing over there. Those guys will get hit.
You have two friendlies in the zone.
You're missing a. Your thing should go down one more, because look.
No, you
that's
were
20.
dragging from the wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. So this is my zone.
Yeah, so you hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zombie. No, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4,
no,
5, 6,
7.
7.
There's 7 zombies in range right now of your thunder wave.
And 2 of my friends. So. Wait, is John? Yeah, he's in it too. So, remind me how to do Careful Magic. I don't remember how to do it.
I'll have to look it up. So
I feel bad. Hold on.
Careful spell. When you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force. You spend 1 sorcery point and choose a number of those creatures up to your charisma modifier. Chosen creature automatically succeeds on its saving throw. So you have a charisma modifier of +3.
+3.
So you spend 1 point, and up to 3 friendly creatures are protected from having to make a saving throw.
Okay, perfect. That's what we're doing.
All right, perfect. So you expend 1 of your sorcery points on your character sheet, please.
Yep. I forget where these
All
are
right.
too.
And so now Stanley and Hope will not receive any damage from your thunder wave.
All right.
It's like we got to level 3 and now you could use the full extent of your power. This is great. You don't have to be PTSD anymore from level 1 when you didn't have sorcery points.
That's right.
So I'm going to have to roll 7 saving throws. Is that
yes, you
the
are.
deal here?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Constitution 3. 7 saving throws. And it's a Constitution. 4, 5, 6. Okay, and let's do this publicly. You want to have fun rolling?
Yeah, let's do it.
6 d20s. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna roll it. Hang on.
I've got it up so people can see it.
6 d20. Roll. There it is. Oh no, I cleared it. Shit.
It's all right.
I forgot it up if you need it.
It's our first time.
Okay. You guys. Oh, I can see all the results here. I guess.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
See.
So 12, 14, 10, 14, 10, 8. Okay, so 2 of them save. So pick 1, 2, 3, 4.
I get to pick the ones that.
I missed a dice. Actually, I got to roll 1 more. Sorry.
Okay.
It's 7.
20. Jeez.
Oh, that's 20. All right, so pick 4 of them to be affected by your spell.
All right, so I didn't realize I could pick which 4. That's cool.
I'm letting you. I think probably I need to pick, but we're just having a bit of fun. So.
All right, so I would like to do the one next to Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
The one closest of Hope and I.
Sure.
So that's 2, and then the one that's near the bottom of my range that's heading toward Varel.
Okay, this guy right here.
This guy,
sure.
yeah, I guess I could be showing you there.
All right, I've marked him with green marks.
And then this dude here. I don't know if you saw him.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And then that's 3, right?
Yep.
And then this guy right here next to us.
Okay. All right. So the spell is effect. Each creature on a failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage. So you're gonna have to roll 2d8 4 times, please.
Okay. So here we go.
And actually, you don't have to do it a few times because this guy's gonna fall off the edge, and so is this guy. Sorry, this guy's gonna fall off the edge. This guy's gonna fall off the edge. So you have to do it twice, please.
Okay. So two 2d8s twice.
Yeah. No, 2d8 twice.
Sorry, 2d8. That's what I meant. I'm not thinking. All right.
You're gonna sneak in that extra damage.
6 and 3, total of 9.
So this guy takes 9, and the next one.
Total of 12 on that one.
Okay, so now would you like to describe the casting of your spell and the effect that it has?
Yeah. I go. This time with meaning, and I take my staff in this hand in the air, and I put my other fist in the air. My eye goes, it turns this bright, freaking flaming red, and kind of lights up the general area around my head. Not so much the room, but just around my head. And I go, Arr! And then a whole bunch of sound happens, and then
But
boom.
a giant thunder claps. It echoes throughout the hall. It's really loud on everyone's ears.
Yeah, and then boom,
Like
bam, explosion.
All right, and this zombie. Oop, hang on. Don't want it. I'm on the wrong thing. How do I get rid of the lines? Okay, this zombie right here. Boom! Just it flies off, hits the wall, brunch, and then it just falls down. This zombie flies off and hits the wall. It's like splats, and then slowly starts sliding down the wall. Disappears quickly. This guy it knocks them 10 feet. So this guy hits the side, and this one bumps into Varel.
Oops.
Joins the pile.
No, but how ironic is that I bumped a guy into using
It
it?
falls into him. He doesn't suffer any damage from it. But it does bump into him. Okay, actually, the unaffected, you got to roll damage for the affected creatures.
For the unaffected creatures?
Yeah, they take half damage, actually.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh,
So,
all right.
yeah.
That's great. So they're
So
just
I
another
need
1,
three more
2, 3.
2d8s, please.
Okay.
They just don't get pushed, but they do half damage. So
11. So to that
So-
guy.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
8.
Okay.
That's 2d8s. That made an 8. And then third one. There's a third one, right?
Yeah.
10.
10. All right, perfect. So these two here, and I don't know if you see me highlighting them here and here, take damage. This guy, the thunder wave, as the sheer force of sound comes out, this guy disintegrates into a pool of blood that just explodes on the wall. Just like he doesn't get pushed by the force, but he's taking lethal damage, and he just the power of sound, like the Michael Jackson video, just the black and white video, just like explodes the corpse of the zombie, and it sprays out the back wall here.
All right.
Okay. Unfortunately, one of the unintended side effects of the thunder wave is that the elevator didn't like it, and it buckles, drops down the floor. Just you're in free fall for a quick second before the chain catches it. Everyone, make a dexterity save, please.
Shit. It's always with me. It's always something I do.
6.
16.
17.
Okay, Stanley.
24.
Okay, hope you are currently prone. You fall down. You don't take any damage, but the fall, like it, just like it slipped out from underneath you as the force of the thunder wave just pushes it down, and everyone sort of boom. The zombies also have to roll dex saves. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 remaining. Okay, and their dexterity is super bad, right? Yep. Okay. So fail, pass, and that's 5, 6, and then 2 more. Okay, fail. So they all fail their dexterity saves, but one. So this guy here, as it loosens from underneath them, this zombie just goes falls over. This doesn't land on the side from the swinging. This guy also falls off the side. He's like, this guy falls prone. I'm just gonna start marking a bunch of them. A bunch of them just fall prone as they'd have no dexterity to catch themselves, buckling underneath it, including all of the ones you loosened yourself from the Maul Varel, as they all fall prone around you. I'm marking them with the wrong marks.
Like the old children's song, they all fall prone. That's how it goes at the end.
Prone around
See, that was good, Scott. Even though we had to save, look at all the good it did.
No, it did some good. If I just feel bad about pushing one into Varel, who is always the victim of my shitty Thunderwave, and then I did not want Hope to take a dump here. I feel bad about that one. But yes, some good was done, sure.
This begins the healing.
Yeah.
So you drop down a level, and is that it?
That's it for my move.
Catches
my
back
turn.
up, the elevator continues going chunk, 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 chunk. Hope, you're prone. You're like just like it's sort of the metal just like, boom, smacked you. You got like the sore side of your face as you just like you've hit the ground, but you're still in fighting form, adrenaline pumping, and still zombies on the platform.
Yeah, so I spend my move to stand back up, correct? That's what I can do with rounds.
half your move.
Okay, cool. So I'll spend that to stand up, get my shotgun out, and aim and take fire at the one at the top, 10 feet away from me.
All right, roll your attack roll.
All right. Let's see. All right, it'll hit with a 12. And we're doing 14 damage.
Okay. Shoot a big hole right in the middle of his chest. In response, it goes, Okay, Stanley, your turn.
All right. Let's see here. Varel has been taking half damage, so I think he's probably okay. I think I am going to just move over to here. Stab that guy with the rapier. While he's down.
Roll.
And that's with advantage, correct?
Yes.
That's 9 damage to him.
Okay.
And
Where
then,
do you stab it?
stab it through the back of the head.
Okay.
Zombie killing methodology.
So rapier going in, rapier going out.
Yeah.
Yep, just another day dealing with zombies.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be it for this turn.
All right, Varel, you're up. They're all prone around you.
All right. I will, so victoriously standing, having the entire lift shook around me, fallen off me, I will roar at their bodies at the ground and flex my aura once again in that 15-foot radius. The fire.
Rid of his corpse. Okay, perfect. So that's 5 saves this time. Fail, 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 fail. Fail. You do 2 damage to everything within your circle. This time the fires means business, and you let out an even larger one. And the flesh continues to melt from the front. It's hard to make out their faces.
I will, sweeping up, picking up the axe that was hammered into the ground previously, be an action?
What's that, sorry?
The axe that I hammered into the ground. Would that picking that up be a bonus action?
It would be interacting with one object is free.
Cool. All right, then I will sweep down, pick it up with one arm, and go swinging over my head and slamming it into the guy behind me that grabbed my shoulder some 2 rounds ago.
Right. All right.
And a big old rainbow arc, and hopefully the blood kind of rainbows with it from the previous.
It does.
Yeah. And they're prone, and I'm in melee, so I get advantage, right?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. 18, bringing that down for 8 points of damage.
Perfect. You sink it deep into it, and you feel it connect to the ground as the punches through the zombie. Doesn't slow it up. In response, it's reaches out to you with its hand. Okay, the zombie's turn, so we're just going to start. The elevator continues its ascent, moving up to the 3rd floor. The zombies here all get up. It's kind of crappy to have to micromanage just a little bit, I gotta say.
Or if
But
you can
I
select
will
them
do
all
it.
or something. There's probably some way. Some shortcut key or something.
All right, and they all attack. There's still 5 around you. No reckless attack this time, right? Or was it reckless?
No, because I already had advantage.
Okay. All right, miss, crit. Nope. And a hit. Okay, so 2 of the zombies sink again, grab you, slice you, try to. It's more like just the force of them this time. They're just. It's almost as if the zombies have lost their patience and just want to get you and eat you. You take 12 plus 2, 14 points of damage from their vicious assaults against you. Especially the one with the shoulder. He gets up and he has this big hole where you've put his axe in. He's like with renewed vigor going after you.
Did you want me to split resist that because the crit any special way?
Nope, it's full split.
Cool.
There's no special way. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it was 10, 11, so it'd be 6 damage, I guess, from with your resistance from the crit, right? For 12.
Yeah, you
For
said
11,
14
sorry?
total.
11. Yeah.
So right now I'm at 7 damage.
And it'd be 2.
Oh, so 8. Cool.
8.
That works.
8. Yeah, we take 8 damage. Thank you. I
Perfect.
forgot about your resistance.
I am
It's
at
bludgeoning
16
damage. Okay, and then the one up near you, Stanley, makes an attack at you. He stands up and is like, oh, that's damage dice. I have to roll an attack roll first. Misses. And this one here sneaks behind you, Scott, and is like, hey, buddy, I want to eat your brains.
Wow, that one's
And
very
misses.
verbose compared to the other.
High intelligence.
Okay, and it makes an attack at you. And that's it for the zombies. However, as you progress up, more zombies continue to billow from the top. Just one this time. Boom, slams down on the ground. Another one falls by. Yeah. This one in particular is pretty nasty. Its face is all pussy and filled up. Like there's this giant bubble of boogers covering its face. And it's like, that's a really gross one. All right, Nash, it's your turn.
Well, I don't like those really gross ones.
As you begin to start your turn, hang on. Actually, there's
Okay.
an event here.
Okay.
As the elevator shakes to a halt, and you
Okay.
hear a voice from up top saying, "What's that down there?
Uh,
What have you got down there? That doesn't look right." You hear sort of shouting.
we can hear him.
So, did you make peace? Did you make peace with the miners?
We're
They're
making,
all dead.
yeah, and we're making pieces of them now, jackass.
Is that miners there with you?
They're zombies.
They're mining the daisies, if you know what I'm saying. They're tits up.
They're dead and they came back to life.
Yes, finish pulling us up. We'll take them out together. They're not a big deal. They're kind of weak.
There's a moment of silence as the zombies approach and you're having this conversation. We'll just act like combat's still happening. We'll resolve it shortly. And then you hear a voice saying, can I do that? We're gonna send you back down. And the elevator begins moving back down. Starts to move back down.
Nash
You're
yells,
still-
"Are you freaking kidding me?
We don't want new zombies up here.
You're gonna have
What
4
happened
more."
to the plan to handle it together? There's not that many of them. There's like 5 of them.
And you hear, no, Tickles, no. And then you see this giant form. You can barely make out the top from where he's yelling from. And you see the form of Tickles as Tickles takes a running jump from the top of the opening and jumps on down to join you. I'm going to add him in. There was no man dog in any of these assets, which was unfortunate.
Weird. That's
But here.
surprising.
So we'll have a regular dog.
All right.
He jumps down. The man dog, he's got just nothing but like his leather pants on, but no top, and he's got a metal helmet, just his mouth showing, and he actually takes some fall damage from jumping down so far. So we'll mark that down. Okay, but he sort of clambers on down. He's like, you hear again scrolling from the top. Very sorry, but it's too dangerous to let zombies up here. Best of luck to y'all. And he just starts putting it down. All right, Nash,
Stop
it's your turn.
lowering it then. Just leave it where it is.
Nash, it's your turn. Actually, you know what? We're at break time. So you've gotten some bad news. Now you can go stew in it.
No
Let's
kidding.
take a break.
All right. We're taking a break, everybody.
Perfect.
Yes, we'll be back shortly with more. So do come back. We'll take a 5, 6, 7 minute, 8 break, something like that. And we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. And why did that stop moving? That's fantastic. There you go.